stop, because if you're watching this right now, Samsung have finally announced that on the 17th of January, Galaxy AI is coming, meaning we are going to see all things related to the Galaxy S24 Ultra, S24 Plus, and S24. And with that in mind, since Google have really been the one that's kind of been pushing AI capabilities and usability on smartphones with products like the Pixel 8 Pro, is it worth just getting the Pixel 8 Pro or actually just stick into what was phone of the year for 2023, the Galaxy S23 Ultra? Let's compare them. Let's keep this straight to the point, as we know a lot about the Galaxy S23 Ultra and the Pixel 8 Pro. Both are premium, both do have Victus Glass 2 on the front and the back, and both are in a metal frame. Samsung are calling it armor aluminium, but it is an aluminium metal frame, or aluminum for my North American brothers and sisters. Now, really, these are both premium phones when it comes to an Ultra and a Pro device, but really in the hand without using it with a case, I'll say the Pixel 8 Pro is a lot nicer because of the curved feel of it, but this is still premium, the one with a slightly more flatter edge, but still subtle curves, and it is a bigger frame overall because you do have a 6.8-inch display compared to a 6.7-inch display on the Pixel 8 Pro. So both these things are very good. Few things that I still value when it comes to physical design. This still does have a physical dual SIM card for the nano slots, whereas this is still a single SIM. With an eSIM support, you do get eSIM on there, but it's just more convenient. That's something I definitely prefer. Now we'll move to the front and center when it comes to the display experience. We know for years Samsung do not play when it comes to the display experience on their flagship smartphones, but you know what? Out the gate this time around, the Pixel 8 Pro was not playing with a max peak brightness of 2,400 nits compared to the 1,750 nits that you find here on the Galaxy S24 Ultra. And again, you look at things like the design, the size, 6.7, 6.8, not much size difference between the two, really depends on which one you prefer, but it's a flat display. This makes it so much easier to deal with things like added screen protectors, and overall the feel and experience of the display is really, really good. So I'll give it to them, they really knocked out of the park. They did drop the resolution ever so slightly on the Pixel 8 Pro, not many people mention it. It's not that much, but it is slightly less than 1440p, whereas you are getting a true 1440p display QHD Plus on the Galaxy S23 Ultra. Now look, a lot of people are going to prefer the simplicity and the straightforward nature of the Pixel 8 Pro. I still in some way like the overall experience on the Galaxy S23 Ultra with the larger display size ever so slightly, S Pen support with the S Pen built into the frame of the phone, and the display is still plenty bright at 1,750 nits, and of course it's a great AMOLED dynamic 2x display. So it's really a toss-up in that sense. You can't go wrong when it comes to both. A quick mention from today's sponsor, Truly Office, who offer a great one-time payment, no subscription fee Office suite for your Word, spreadsheet, presentation, and even cloud services. This is a great software alternate to a subscription service like Microsoft 365, giving you a software experience you only pay for once, which is supported on Windows and Mac. With Truly Office, you get an intuitive interface which fits your workflow, great privacy with no collection of user data, offline functionality with regular software updates, with affordable and simple one-time packages that suit your needs. Use my special link in the description below to start experiencing Truly Office for yourself. Camera experience. One thing I'm definitely gonna say is go watch my ultimate three-way camera comparison that I did with the iPhone 15 Pro Max, Pixel 8 Pro, and the Galaxy S23 Ultra. It's a long one, 56 minutes, so definitely get your popcorn, get your meal, relax, go watch it. You are gonna get the most in-depth breakdown of everything these cameras can do when it comes to daylight, low light pictures and videos. So it was really interesting. I'm gonna put a couple of things in terms of condensing it because I value a lot when it comes to video experience on a smartphone. I will say this, when it comes to 4K 60 FPS video recording, the flexibility on the Pixel has been great, especially since the Pixel 7 Pro, where you don't have to stop recording just to switch the lenses at the back from ultra wide, zoom, and the main wide sensor. This is something you can't do on Samsung, and I do hope they address this on the Galaxy S24 series when that comes out. So if that's something that you value when you're shooting in fast situations and you want slow motion later, or you want to keep it the same way, sports or action, yeah, this is going to give you a much better experience. If you look at that overall though, I would say the package on here, it's very compelling. Things like being able to shoot portrait mode in video at 4K for the selfie and the main cameras. This is limited to 1080p and it's just the rear camera. And you know, it's just so much more robust. The zoom is much more stronger. There's flexibility, 200 megapixels, 50 megapixels. So much happens here. And I still say it, Samsung still offers one of the most flexible video shooting experience on a smartphone, especially when you're in 4K 30. Being able to switch to the selfie, back to the rear cameras, and also switch between the lenses. As a complete package, considering this came out 1st of February 2023, it's held its own, and there's only going to be upwards from here, especially if they just watch what Google are doing when it comes to 4K 60. And yeah, 8K video. Listen, I can go on, man. Watch the camera comparison. I would say for me, as an overall package, yep, it's going to be the Galaxy S23 Ultra. Performance. This is really down to the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 mobile platform built for Galaxy chip in the Galaxy S23 Ultra versus Google's self-developed in partnership Tensor G3 chipset. What is the approach here? You're looking at a very efficient, brute force, very powerful system on a chip package in the Galaxy S23 Ultra, where it's bespoke for it, compared to also what I would say a much more concentrated bespoke experience to what Google want. But you're not really going to get the outright brute performance across the board or the outright efficiency that comes with this bespoke version of the 8 Gen 2 mobile platform built for Galaxy chip in the Galaxy S23 Ultra. You really got to pick it. And look, for years that we've been in the trenches, us in Europe and UK for experiencing Exynos, having a whole year of nothing but Snapdragon with this one has been a delight. So I'm still going to give it to the 8 Gen 2 mobile platform built for Galaxy, and the whole experience of the performance here, optimization, support. There's still some games, although I don't mobile game that much, there's still some games on here that you can tell. Something like Asphalt, where you don't get the same resolution as well as frame rate as what you're getting on here. Listen, as a complete package is here, but you do get a much more tailor-made experience based around AI, which we're going to discuss a lot more when it comes to software. So yeah, that's kind of the performance. I still kind of have to give it to the Galaxy S23 Ultra, but overall, certain aspects of it with the Tensor G3, when it's a tailored experience, I do like it on the Pixel 8 Pro. Software experience is really down to One UI versus Google's Pixel Experience software, or as some people like to call it, stock Android. It's down to this, right? What do I prefer? I'll be honest, I'm more used to One UI, and out of the gate, I do prefer it in terms of compatibility and feature set. There's just more times where I have a better experience of One UI in my experience, even though visually and aesthetics, yeah, I do give it to the Pixel Experience. Yes, both of them are on Android 14. The real question is this, is 4 years versus 7 years of OS version generation updates. This is what both of these are promised. Samsung have promised 4 years with 5 years of security, Google 7 years. That means this is running up until 2030, into the next decade. Woo, okay. We're gonna have to really write it out. If Google can make that promise and really stick to it, I don't know, maybe they might have a nerfed version by 2030. This might be the most important Android phone release, because that level of longevity and support in terms of generational updates and not just security is something not to laugh at. But I'll be honest with you, man, Samsung out the gate, I think, were the ones that really forced Google's hands, because they were on them, man. Crazy amount of pressure that they did when they announced that with the Galaxy S22. And if they hit their 4-year mark, I think they're going to elevate to at least 5 or 6 years to really match it. And it's good and it's healthy for the consumer. Feature rich, whereas longevity and smoothness and aesthetics, well, pick your sides. I like the feature-rich nature, but I do absolutely respect the aesthetics and the longevity promise of the Pixel 8 series and beyond with the Pixel 8 Pro. The battery performance and experience, including charging, definitely, I would highly recommend you watch my battery drain test on these phones, as well as my battery charging test. It gives you a solid base of what you can experience when it comes to the battery. And you know what? Both have been excellent. In fact, it's really the star of the show, which is the Galaxy S24 Ultra, for how long I've been using it as my main personal phone. Yeah, with the longevity of the battery draining a bit more compared to it being fresh at the beginning, if you actually pair it against the Pixel 8 Pro, it holds its own really well. Now, Google have done some great improvements here. And again, I highly recommend that anyone that asks, make sure you keep the adaptive battery setting on, give it time to learn, and it will improve. But overall, it still does go to the Galaxy S23 Ultra because charging is much more efficient. Again, no chargers in the box, you do have to get the official charger. And with the Samsung, you have to get a 45-watt charger with the 5-amp cable for it to work, where you see the super fast charging 2.0 active. So just remember that. It can charge from 0 to 100 effectively in 1 hour. It's improved on here, which is great to see, so it doesn't take that full 2 hours anymore. It's just over an hour and a half, if I remember correctly. But overall, the battery experience, including charging, yeah, it's definitely on the side of Samsung, even though Google have improved this very well when it comes to the Pixel 8 Pro. I just want to put it out there. You do not need to be upgrading your phone every single year. Really, it's something that you should be looking at every 2 to 4 years. But if you are considering it, right, is it worth waiting for the Galaxy S23 Ultra? Well, at the time of this recording, let's wait until the 17th to see it. I'm going to pretty much be all around the coverage when it comes to the new S24 series. But really and truly, if you're sticking to the Pixel 8 Pro because they've been showcasing AI with things like Magic Editor for photos and voice and all the things that comes with, you know, voice reduction when you're recording videos and stuff, hey, AI is right here with Google. Or you kind of just want to stick to what the phone of the year for last year really did and how long you can carry on with 4 generations of OS updates with 5 years of security. Yo, let me tell you this, the Galaxy S23 Ultra is king. And if rumors are true, it's probably gonna have some things over the Galaxy S24. Let's wait and see. So let me know in the comment section below what you want to do. That's it for me, Ben from Lover of Tech. You enjoy videos like this, you know exactly what to do. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you're part of Team TLS, the Tech Lover Squad, so you don't miss any future videos on the channel. I hope you're all safe during this time. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.